Hunting has ran in my blood since I was a young boy. The phrase, hard work, is often overlooked when people think of hunting. Being a hunter is a physical and mental grind. Physically being tested in the rolling hills or the Rocky Mountains, and being tested mentally by not having any luck. You must stay positive because you never know what could appear behind the next tree. Every walk into the woods, every climb into the stand is an opportunity to experience something you never have before. To let an arrow fly is only a small part of the true hunting experience. This is Red Leaf Pursuit Outdoors. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Red Leaf Pursuit Outdoors with your host, Hunter Foltz. On this segment, we're going to be going on an adventure of a doe hunt, and it was quite a long adventure. I killed my buck back in October on the 16th, which seems like forever ago, and I started doe hunting on November 4th. And this is now January 2nd that I end up tagging out. So I went to this first spot, and it was just a spot along a mowed trail and not much sign. It was kind of funny because I was just starting with my GoPro and I had to figure out where to put that GoPro. And it was a good experience, you know, using my climber, just trying to figure out where to go. So on November 5th, I moved to a different spot. 4 mowed trails meet. There's a trail coming out of the thicket that's to my right, and I saw a doe out in the weeds, and it's real thick in there, and I couldn't get her on camera. You know, I have this little GoPro. What am I going to do with that? I mean, I can't really zoom or anything like that. It's a really expensive, nice camera, but that's all I had, and I had no zoom. So I couldn't get her on video. This is the same spot I hunted that you'll see here on the 8th.
Well, folks, we just got up in the tree. It's November the 8th. It's about 4:15, and it's a beautiful night. A really calm breeze, not much wind at all. Already tagged out on a nice Ohio 8-point back in October, so we're on doe patrol tonight, folks. Trying to catch doe coming through here. We're at a spot where 4 mowed trails meet up, and then we have a 5th one coming out right over here. And the deer like to use these trails a lot. There's tracks in them all the time. And hopefully we can get it done tonight. Stay tuned.
So then I went to the evening hunt on the 11th, and I was interrupted by people. They walked right by me. It's public land, it's high pressure, so it's really hard to hunt because there's so many rabbit hunters, other deer hunters, hikers, anything is in there, and it's just a mess. So now I went back to my girlfriend Lily's property because she wanted to hunt the youth gun season, not with a gun, just a crossbow, and I had my bow, and she was in the market for a buck, and I was still hunting my doe, obviously. So on the 16th, I went over and trimmed the one tree stand she has. She's got a property, and the woods is not big. It's like 1.5 acres. I don't even know if it's that big. You can see right through the woods, but there's 2 fence lines coming in on each side of the woods, on the south side and the west side. So it makes it pretty good. And nobody had been in there all year hunting, obviously. So we thought, you know, the youth hunters might have the deer running a little bit. Nobody's been in there. We've seen some pictures of bucks and some does coming through there just lately during the rut. And I think it's because they feel real safe in there. So we went and trimmed out those stands, and then her and I got up in the morning and we decided to try it. So as you'll see here, we tried her property for the first time.
Okay guys, it's November 17th, first day of youth gun season in Ohio. I'm hunting on girlfriend Lily's family's little piece of woods they have. It's a real small wood lot. You can see through it. Nobody's been back here all year. So we had a couple trail cam pictures of some nice bucks and some does coming through here, and she's been seeing some deer here lately. But we had no luck this morning. Didn't see anything. We saw about 10 squirrels, but no deer. We only heard 2 shots across the road from us. Not much going on. Haven't seen any orange. No deers out on the field. But what are your thoughts?
It's cold, but I had high hopes to be able to see something today and fell short. So hopefully we can get more luck this week.
Stay tuned because it's going to happen sooner or later.
I hunted this for quite a few days, but I didn't have much luck. The closest I got was probably 40 yards from does. It really wasn't anything spectacular. No good footage, unfortunately, and I just didn't have much action. So I get a call from my buddy who just killed a buck, Tom Young, and he said, "Hey, on my property I got a bunch of does coming in." He goes, "I got 8 to 10 on the pile all the time," and he said, if you want to try to get one on video, he said, you can come on out. So we went out on January 1st, and we got sat down. It was a good evening. I'll show you the hunt here.
It's January 1st. It's about 4 o'clock in the evening. Haven't hunted in about a month or so. Taking it off since in Ohio they didn't let you take any does off public ground after the first gun season. So we haven't been hunting much for does, but we're gonna try to fill our tag tonight. We're on some new ground my buddy took me to. He said there's lots of deer in here. He said there's a bunch of photos on the corn pile over here to my right. So we're gonna see if we can't get it done tonight. It's a beautiful evening. There's almost 0 wind, and got a lot of rain and wind last night, so there's water laying everywhere. I can't see a better evening for late season. I hope everybody had a good New Year's last night. So stay tuned and let's see if we can't paint one of these Eastern arrows red. As you saw, we just had that doe at the pile. There was a tree in the way. I couldn't get an arrow off. Her vitals were right behind that tree from my angle. I think the camera showed a pretty clear angle at her vitals. All I could see was her neck and her front leg. I couldn't do anything with it. And then she turned and went straight away from me. So, couldn't do anything. I saw a turkey. And then I looked behind that turkey and this deer was coming in.
So after that hunt was over, we went back the next evening, and we got in a little earlier, and I'll show you the hunt here.
Folks, it's the evening of January the 2nd. It's about 3:30. We're in about a half hour early or so than last night. We're in the same spot on this ground that my friend let me hunt, and we're still trying to fill that doe tag. Saw some action yesterday. The corn was almost completely gone, and there was a full pile yesterday. 156 photos on it from just when we came last night. So there's deer here. We bumped 3 on the way in. It's a real nice evening. There's not much wind. The wind has shifted from what we had yesterday. Yesterday we had wind, a real light breeze blowing towards the corn pile. But tonight it's blowing this way, so we got a favorable wind. It's a south-southwest. It's not much, but it's a good evening. We're here a little earlier, so hopefully we can get it done tonight. So stay tuned. That's what it's all about right there. Doesn't matter if it's a big buck, small buck, doe, button buck, it doesn't matter. That's what it's about. It's all exciting. I was still shaking even though it's doe. Yes. First self-filmed hunt, baby. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Young. See what we got for arrows and blood. I'm sure it's devastating. Here's the arrow. Clean pass through. Look at that. Old rage tripans, man. They just do a number. They just do a number. She took off here. Let's see, there's good blood. Those tripans I shot my buck with, and it's just amazing. Some good blood. Good blood. Real good blood there. I don't even know why I'm tracking. I just wanted to see what this rage tripan head did. My second deer with one of these tripans. Look at that. I mean, it's just everywhere. Unbelievable blood trail. It's just everywhere. Let's see. Right there. There. All over. All over. Well, guys, here's my 2018 doe. Been hunting for a while. Took about a month off because of the law in Ohio about the no does after the first gun season on public land. And then I got a call from my family friend, Tom Young, that let me come out to some of his property and give it a try. And it only took 2 nights, so here we are. It's a yearling doe. It's my first one, self-filmed. But what an awesome hunt. We bumped 3 does coming out in when we were coming in, and they ran off, and then we had no action till later. It was real late. I had about 7 minutes of shooting light left when I shot her, but we had a real big mature doe come in, and she was way off to my right and over my shoulder, and I didn't think she was coming in. She didn't act like it, and she ended up turning and coming right at me, and she got like 4 yards from my stand, 4 to 6 yards from my stand, and I went to reach and turn the camera on. I mean, she saw me and she just trotted off and circled around me and tried to get my wind, but she couldn't get my wind, so she just ended up walking off, and that was the end of that. I really couldn't do anything. She was too close, which usually doesn't happen very often, but I noticed a buck had come and he was working around me, and he slowly worked his way around. He came into the pile, and when he's on the pile, I look, and here's this doe standing here, and she ends up and takes, and she's real eerie about coming in. You know, there's a buck there, and wasn't real sure, so she finally settled in. She put that front foot forward, and I just smoked her. I put it right in the 10 ring, and she didn't go 35 yards, and it was over. And I watched her fall over, but what an awesome hunt. I know it's just a yearling, but I don't care. All the people out there that care, you know, what kind of does they shoot, but it was just an awesome hunt. It doesn't matter if it's a buck or a button buck or whatever it is, doe. It's all exciting, and if you're happy, then that's all that matters. And you'll have people bash you, but if you're really happy with that animal, then you should take that animal. So thanks for watching, and you can look forward to more of this action here at Red Leaf Pursuit Outdoors.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that doe kill. It was a long hunt for a doe. It seemed like it took forever. Also, my buck only took 2-3 sits out, so I got kind of lucky there. That doesn't happen very often, but it was a really cool experience getting to harvest my first deer on camera and my first self-film in the same time. So that was pretty awesome, and I'm just so blessed to have a friend like Tom who not only asked me this time, but he also took me before and killed a doe back in 2015. So it's just awesome to have good friends like that. Congratulations to him. He tagged out on a great buck this year, and I just couldn't be happier. It wasn't a very big deer, but that doesn't matter. It was just the experience, and it's all exciting to me. It doesn't matter if it's big or small, and it's just about the hunt. And that's priceless. When you get that adrenaline rush, there's nothing like it in the world. And I'm just so blessed to be able to take animals and to hunt all these different kinds of animals. It's just a true blessing from God. So I just want to thank you all for tuning in and watching this segment of Red Leaf Pursuit Outdoors.